Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to this video, which is another Zodiac look inspired by the BH Zodiac palette. This month we're talking about the sign of Taurus. The Taurus Zodiac sign is from April 20th to May 20th, and the element associated with the sign of Taurus is Earth, which I really have appreciation for. My hubby calls me a hippie all the time, but I'm inspired by the earth in every way, especially through nature. And that's kind of the vein of thought that I went through while creating this look. This is the look that I created for the sign of Taurus. I'm gonna go ahead and get into swatching the colors that I used, as well as telling you how I built the look before we jump into the demo. Last month I did the look live for you. This month I decided to do a demo. What would you prefer? Would you prefer I create the eye look live and step by step, which probably would be a little longer, or will you prefer this video, which is a quick demo showing you all the colors that I used and how I used them? So let's go ahead and jump into it. I really love this palette, and each month I feel like I'm gonna learn a little bit more about it. I will link up in the cards my previous look that I created, and all future videos I will link the playlist up there. So this is the shade for this month of Taurus. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch that for you now. It is a very cool toned taupe shimmer, and these shimmers are super buttery. Absolutely apply beautifully with a brush or your finger. So that is the shade Taurus, and I did use that all over my lid. As you can see, it does translate taupey on the eyes, but from a distance it just looks very bright. Next is this camel brown matte shade right here. I was trying not to flip you off. Oh! Swatch that. I used this shade in my transition area, as well as to blend out my crease and things like that. So here is that camel shade for you. Next, I went into this army or olive green matte shade right here. I was hoping that it would translate more green on the eyes than it did. I used this on the outer V part of my eye, as well as a little up into the crease, just to deepen things up. Here you can see that it swatches very much that olive green shade, but on the eyes I don't feel like it translated as well, though it did work for deepening up that outer V crease area. Next, I went into this burnt orange shade right here. These three shades right here spoke to me the most in terms of thinking of the earth and, of course, nature. This shade right here, the burnt orange, was next. You can see it in my eyes here. Let's poke myself, Kyra. I used it up here to blend out that crease shade, which I don't think helped the green to translate on the eyes at all, but this is a journey in beauty. I'm still learning. Not every single eye look that I do works out for me, but here's that beautiful orange shade swatched out, and it is a great color for that. Next, on the very outer part of my lid, I went in with this shade called Capricorn, which is a metallic olive green or army green, whatever you want to call it. What's the difference? I'm not quite for sure. So I'll swatch that one for you. And again, that was just on the outer third of my lid. And this is a beautiful color, and it is my sign, Capricorn. Anyhow, there's that gorgeous metallic green shade. And then, like I said, I went in and finished off the lid with that shade Taurus right here. On the lower lash line, I went in with this burnt orange shade and pressed it right up against my lower lash line. And then I blended it out with this camel shade right here that I used in the transition. And then I went in and did just a little bit of the metallic green on the outer parts of the eye. All right, so now I want to talk about just a couple of products that I picked for the rest of my face that I felt like coordinated really well with this look that I created with the Zodiac palette. The first thing I chose specifically to go with this look was my blush, and that is this blush right here. This blush is from Ofra, and this shade is called Winter Rose. I really love this blush. It has a slight sheen to it, like a satin sheen, I would say, but it is a really, really gorgeous shade, and it is definitely a warm shade, which is what I was going for. This is that blush right there. It's one of my favorite blushes. And then for my lip color today, this is actually a lip color that I am panning this year in my year-long project pan. It's from Avon, and the shade is called Chocolate Fling. You can see there's not much left of this here, but I also want to give you a little swatch of it. It's a really nice milk chocolatey brown with a warm base, like a reddish or an orange base in my opinion. Here it is right here, so you can see why I thought, hopefully you can see why I thought that these would all coordinate well together. So again, these are the shadows I used. Here is my blush, and here is that lip color called Chocolate Fling. So I was thinking in terms of coordinating with the eye look for the rest of my makeup, and just wanted to share the products with you that I use. So now you know all of the products that I used for this demo, so let's go ahead and jump into it. hope you enjoyed that demo. I really like doing demos like this for you guys, but again, if you would prefer that I do more of a tutorial live for you, talking you through the steps that I'm using, I absolutely be happy to do that for you. As well as I wanted to just mention a couple of thoughts that I came up with this month in terms of this palette. This is sort of my long version of a palette review, so each month I just wanted to share with you a few thoughts and a few things that I learned about this palette. Like I said before, this green shade did not translate on the eyes when combined with these other camel and orange shade. It's sort of muddied It just darkened a little bit, but I did really like the shade Capricorn, which is the metallic green. I feel like that definitely showed up on the eyes. But overall, I'm really enjoying this palette so far. This highlighter thus far I have not enjoyed on my face as much as I have enjoyed using it for an inner corner highlight or a brow bone highlight. It looks quite chalky when I swatch it. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it for you. Did not use this one today, but I wanna give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. It just, I don't know if you'll be able to see that it's a little bit of a chalky texture. Maybe you can see it better on my finger here. But I just have not yet found a way to enjoy it as a highlighter on my face. So I've been using it on my eyes when I play around with this palette. I did use it for a brow bone highlight today. I really am enjoying this palette so far, so I hope that you will be looking forward to future looks from me, because I know I'm looking forward to creating future looks for you. Are there any Tauruses out there? Raise your hand. Like I said, I'm a Capricorn. For me, like I said, I really wanted to go for an earthy colored look today, and I feel like I actually carried that out for once. So I hope all of your makeup days are beautiful makeup days, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!